So I've come along today to the rehearsals of Apollo Community Arts production of Our Day Out the Musical, which opens this Friday, the 1st of December at Beaver Studio Theatre. So let's go in and meet some of the cast.
Our day, this is our day. If you're going our way, better get aboard. We're moving, going somewhere.
So I'm joined here with Nathan Donaghy and Nathan Jones, who are two members of the cast of Our Day Out the Musical. So Nathan, are you enjoying the process?
I'm absolutely having a ball, and it's so good to be on the stage rather than behind the stage again. So
That's right, because you tend to do lots of stuff behind the stage. Tell us what you do usually.
I would do a lot of lighting and sound plans for shows, and yeah, I've started to work more independently on my own shows.
And you did the sound and lighting for Joyriders, didn't you?
I did indeed do the sound and lighting for Joyriders.
And so, Nathan Donaghy, how does it feel to be singing? Because the last show you did was what?
Joyriders.
And so you were acting in that, and now you're singing. How do you feel about that?
I was nervous, really nervous to start. I'm not really a confident singer, but through the process I've really become confident in singing, and it's just a ball doing it.
So, Nathan, tell me about your character. Who are you playing?
Well, I'm playing Ryan Riley. Young boy, very mischievous, very rebellious. Hasn't had a really good home life, troubled father and stuff like that, but he started living with his mother and he's starting to become more and more just more calm. Has his best mate Digga beside him, and he's fancying a wee girl called Carly, who he's hoping works out with.
Great. So you are two friends in the production. So tell me what about your character then, Nathan?
My character is called Digga Dickinson, and Dickinson, he's the hard lad. He's the thumper. Riley's the talker. I'm the hard lad. I'm his sidekick. I follow him to the death, and I've got a wee thing for a wee girl called Jackie.
And are they two friends as well?
They're the very best of friends, much like myself and Riley.
Miss is not the driver of this bus. I am. And if I say you don't get on, then you don't get on.
I'm now joined here with Alistair Graham, who is playing the part of Ronnie the bus driver. So tell us, you've got this amazing big song. Tell us about how you're getting on with that.
Yes, it is a very big song. It's the second song in the actual show, and it's a major contrast to the first song because it's very sort of American preacher gospel style. So it's very interesting and it's really fun to do. There's a lot of like raise the roof sort of atmosphere to it, so it's really fun. It's been a bit difficult to get into because it's got a lot of difficult parts through it, but it's a very fun song to do. So I'm looking forward to doing it in front of an audience.
This is my bus, I'm the boss of this bus. You are looking at the number one. And this is my bus, I'm the boss of this bus.
So I'm now joined with Robin Elliott, who is actually swapping the studio for the stage. So Robin, you have swapped the studio. How does it feel acting in front of the camera?
Do you know, it's a weird thing, because I haven't really done this, probably, in about 20 years. Yes, I've been on tour with shows, but usually I'm playing myself. I get the narrator part and things. But now I've got kind of the lead part in this show, and I haven't actually been on stage acting in about 20 years. So it feels weird, but it's great to be back on stage.
So tell me a little bit about your character.
Well, I play the part of Mr. Briggs, who is the deputy headmaster of the school. And what happens is Mrs. K takes her progress class on a day out, but Mrs. K can't control her little darlings at all. They're just horrible children. So, of course, Briggs comes along to try and sort the day out and look after everything. He doesn't want to be there, but he ends up on the bus anyway. And, of course, he's the one who has to install the discipline in these children, these awful, mischievous children.
So tell me, Robin, is acting going to be something you're going to continue with?
Do you know what? It's been weird, because I did originally train to become an actor, and then I realized there was no money in it, so I decided to go into radio and television, and thank God that's what's kept me employed for about the last 21 years. 21 years in the radio this year, by the way. So that's what's kept me going for the last 21 years. But you never know if any other parts in television and film, or even theatre come up. Panto next year, by the way. Any Panto directors watching, I am available to play the villain in Panto next year.
I'm in love with Sir, but Sir doesn't care. Sir's in love with her over there. With the her, I'm in despair. If I could marry Sir, I'd be alright.
Fiona, you've come back to Apollo Community Arts after doing Joyriders back in the summer. How does the role you're playing in Our Day Out the musical compare to the role that you were playing in Joyriders?
Oh, it's a completely different ball game. Like compared to Joyriders, it was a lot more serious and funny. Where this is like, it's a lot of work because there's musical numbers and I'm a lot more funnier in it. Where I was daydreamy in the other production, but it's such a learning process. Like I'm really enjoying it.
Good. And Caroline Croxley, she's a sort of she's quite a raunchy character in the show. Tell me about how you're dealing with that.
She's quite sassy. She's completely different from Maureen, who I previously played. So it was like good to get into a different role. I've never really played like a sassy role before. I usually just get the dozy ones. But
So tell me, have you ever fancied one of your teachers? Because don't you fancy Mark, the teacher in Our Day Out?
I can't tell you now. I can't tell you that now. Can't assume any secrets.
And tell me, do you get Mark?
Do I get Mark in the end? Well, then you're just going to have to come see the show and find out now, won't you?
So Lisa, tell me about your character, Mrs. K.
Okay, well, Mrs. K is the school teacher of the progress class in our Day Out the musical. She's a very caring teacher. She has taken in all the kids who can't read or write or have difficult backgrounds, and she wants to take them out of their underprivileged backgrounds and their underprivileged area and basically give them a really good day out.
Great. And tell me, what about your relationship to the ogre, Mr. Briggs?
Well, we're polar opposites in the teaching front. Mrs. K is very pastoral care and wants to look after the kids and cares about the backgrounds and the home life. Mr. Briggs is very much a disciplinarian, so we butt heads on how the approach to the trip should be and how strict and everything should be with the children.